Hey everybody, welcome to the alternative in the year 2026. This is an odd year for a lot of people. I wanted to bring one of my first videos to the channel that I've been needing to record for a bit, and it's a thought. It's a well, the child says it all, and my thoughts still haven't changed even after the release of the movie. Um, how do I say this delicately so I don't sound crazy? Trying to think. Um. I have concerns about the state of of anime movies, at least in America. My my concern, if I can state, is at this point at this point in time, at this point in 2026, Demon Slayer is still being relegated to only being shown in theaters, and while that is still being shown in theaters is a good thing, I think that's also a bad thing because I want to usually movies in this day and age since post 2020 usually show in theaters, and then maybe a month or so, half a week to a month, they show up on streaming sites like your Amazon Primes, your Netflix and stuff like that. Typically these streaming sites have access to these movies a little bit later on, and you can pay a stipend to either rent or own the movie online, and then you can watch it anytime you want when you own it. And if you also own a streaming site, usually the streaming site will keep it on their catalog for ever, unless there's a contract. And then they have to remove the movie within a certain amount of time. So if they got the movie in 2020 and there's only a 5-year contract, they would have to remove the movie at some point during 2025, like maybe near the end of it. So it gives people a chance to watch it who haven't watched it, or if you want to rewatch it, you can rewatch it then. But what I'm really getting at is the anime movies, they usually follow this trend for the most part. As Americans, we've been getting more of them in the theaters, which is a good sign. But at the same time, this one movie has me concerned. Demon Slayer apparently broke a lot of records in the first month that it was shown. This movie was shown in theaters in September. I want to say it was September. It was either September or October, one of the two. I think about it in September. It was shown in theaters, and then there was talk that it wasn't going to be online to stream for a while after it released in theaters. And in fact, I want to see something. I'm gonna check something really quick because if I find something out, it's gonna completely invalidate this video, and it's not gonna be made. Hmm. Okay, so it seems like at this point in time, my argument here is invalidated, which thank goodness. Okay, because I've been holding on to this for a while. Okay, so basically, my big concern, big concern is with this being the case that we're in 2026, and this movie, I wonder like when. I want to say it came out in September. For us, there was a U.S. screening starting September 12th. So when this movie came out, so I saw it on the 13th. That really neither here nor there. My biggest concern is that when that came out, I think actually soon after that weekend that they premiered, there was talking about part 2, and then there was talking about when this was going to show up online. And at first there was talking that seemed like it was going to come out in the usual time. But, it was going to come out in movies at the usual time, like a month or so. But then there was talks about that soon after that, this movie's doing so well that it may not come out on, on streaming sites. At least not when we would want it to show back up. That's when I started getting concerned. And then the thought was like, this is bad. Because like, my biggest concern is that well, we're gonna get to a point where they may just start relegating anime in general to the movie theaters, and I don't like that thought. I actually love the idea of being able to go on my computer and go on a Crunchyroll wherever I go to watch my shows there. It's easier for me. I would prefer it. I would prefer that because that's how I traditionally watched it. I don't want to need to consistently have to go to a movie theater to watch a set of like events play out, and I will admit high quality, but I don't need it to be in a theater. We're increasingly getting to the point where animators are starting to produce way higher quality of stuff. Go to the final season of My Hero Academia. That was surprisingly really well done. Like I was surprised at how many episodes they had at that like threshold, like off the charts, really good. And the Demon Slayer, same thing. Demon Slayer kind of started it all, where like just some reason it was really well animated. But with the thought that it's not going to show up and it's not going to show up and not going to show up online after a while. But then also one thing I don't completely understand is I think the following month, Chainsaw Man ReZe showed up in theaters. Then I want to say the ReZe showed up on Amazon to purchase, like maybe recently, like even maybe in December. It showed up to be able to to rent or buy it to watch it. I haven't done that yet. I plan to. Have a podcast, Anime for All. When we watch it, we are live usually on Mondays on Alternate Visual channel, Twitch. But my major concern is like I don't like the precedent that it seems like Demon Slayer is showing, where it's like we may not see it online for a long time. Now I think I want to say maybe Infinity Train had that happen to it, where it showed up online several months after the fact. Well, that thing came out in September. We are 3 months out since it premiered. Regardless of the movie showing in the theater, it should have showed up online to rent or buy by now. Crunchyroll, which is an anime hub, doesn't have it yet. Meanwhile, I bet the ReZe arc is actually on here for Chainsaw Man. I could probably look at that right now to see. Huh, weird. Doesn't appear that I can watch it here. I see a trailer for it, but I'm almost certain I saw that I could rent it or buy it someplace else. Where is it? Yeah, I can buy it or rent it here. So that's weird. Crunchyroll doesn't apparently have access to it yet. That's even stranger to me. But okay, fine. Fine. Whatever. I wonder if that's the same case for Infinity Castle. Let's look that up. Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. I do not see it. Yeah, it doesn't seem to show up on here, which is strange. So yeah, now I'm really getting concerned now because it's like, what's going on? The movie came out in September. Are we gonna wait an entire year before it comes out? Like, because like there's also we also don't know when part 2 is coming out. There hasn't been a release date or even like confirmation that Ufotable is working on it. Because I think they might be working on another anime for all I know. But like, where is this movie? Like, at least the first part, at the very least, a part of me is kind of curious. Now I'm like, now I know I'm kind of like being over hyperbolic here. That we may not be looking at that because anime is still such a niche topic, not everybody's into it for varying reasons. So I may be hyperbolic right now saying that that they're gonna start like only showing anime in theaters and that's really bad. I still stand by that statement that it's really bad for business because like who's gonna spend $10 a ticket, maybe even $20 at this point, to go into a theater to watch an episode? That's why sites like Crunchyroll exists. It's like that way we pay a premium every month to have access to all the anime we could ever dream of or want, and we get and Crunchyroll, we pay a premium, so some of us do, to have the episodes show up in our inbox day after. We pay that premium because we want to see the episode as soon as humanly possible in the States or anywhere for that matter. So my fear with Demon Slayer, because I can go and see Rize online. I'm gonna at some point make the time to watch it this year to review it on the podcast. Same thing with My Hero Academia. You're next. We still got some stuff we need to watch and review, but right now we're reviewing something else. But with that being said, I'm really concerned. It's like I feel like we're on the cusp of something changing with how anime is distributed. And I don't like what I'm thinking I'm seeing. I'm hoping I'm completely 100% off base and like my concern is invalidated. But like with the fact that oh, you can see my mic in this. Normally you don't. Well, there you go. Hi. I'm just really concerned at the state of the anime industry right now. It's like we're getting more high quality products, but it seems like maybe at the cost of them being allowed to be online because they got to make a lot of money, and the streaming sites are taken away from movie theaters. And I'm betting 100% this is like Chainsaw, but this is probably why Demon Slayer itself isn't being allowed anywhere, because they wanted us to go to the theater. And it looks like they're still showings for this movie in the theater. I'm very shocked that they're still showing this movie in theaters, which tells me they're making a lot of money. Like, they're making tons of cash. That concern, like, I mean, I'm glad the movie's, don't get me wrong, I'm glad the movie's doing well. So glad it's doing well. Doing so well, in fact, that it's caused a stir in Hollywood, and one of the actors I feel bad for, because it's like there's no way he would have known releasing his movie on the same weekend as Demon Slayer Infinity Castle would cause this much of a disruption and how much money he would get. I feel bad, but I also found that really funny, and I found that vindicating as a person who likes anime, and Japanese culture in general. But it's still really funny. Like, I am proud that Demon Slayer wipe the floor of this movie. Like I really am, because like I'm a millennial. I remember a time when, you know, it was rare for anime to show up. I guess it's really rare, but like anime on TV, like they would pick and choose. In America, it wasn't still gung ho on the whole idea, and typically we got like things like Toonami, Kids WB. There was a point early on in life where there was Fox had a little block of anime that like I was a part of. I got just to experience that. I don't think a lot of people remember that era. There was a point when Fox had anime on it, like Fighting Futons, Shaman King. It had a block of anime. I remember that time. Makes me feel old now I'm saying that. Ugh. Don't make me face my mortality. It's not this way. But it was niche to find a movie in the theater. Like the very first movie that I watched that was anime related in theater, in a theater space, I think might have been Spirited Away. And that was a re-airing. I didn't really watch the first airing that happened in theaters. But and I had the pleasure of watching anime in theaters, and I think that should still happen. I just don't want that to replace the medium that is the internet, because that's where we all engage with, you know, each other in the anime fandom, and like some good, some bad. I just don't want Demon Slayer to set a precedent where now it's like they're not gonna let anime go to the internet anymore. I don't know if that's a physical possibility. I hope it's not. It concerns me. That's really all I really wanted to say, is like, I'm actually concerned, and I want to express that concern somewhere, and I think here is the best way to do it. So in the comment section below, well, subscribe for more content. I don't know when I'm going to upload the next video that I'm going to do, or what that video is going to be, or what that video is going to entail. Actually, I'm thinking I'm going to watch the review, actually make the next video after this, so whenever that comes out. But thank you guys for listening, and subscribe, leave your comments in the comment section below, share, and do all the stuff you do want to do. Let's get the alternative going again, and maybe encourage me to make more recorded content in the future. Bye bye.